So what problem does base 10 counters solve? Base 10 counters solve a lot of issues, especially as it is related to number sense and just understanding how numbers operate and how they work with one another, understanding those place values. It's going to solve issues related to math language that they're having difficulty acquiring, understanding that these are tens and tens are different than ones and ones are different than hundreds and thousands, etc. Having those visual representations are also very useful. Like I've mentioned, understanding the abstractness or the conceptual nature of numbers and place values. They're very useful. A lot of times when it comes to the structure of math lessons and how everything builds on one another, it's really difficult to build on certain skills without that basic conceptual understanding. Certain skills don't make sense to build on another one if you don't have an understanding of place value, if you don't have an understanding of base 10, and being able to interact with base 10 counters, being able to, once you pull everything back and say we're not just looking at numbers on paper, think about base 10, think about hundreds and thousands, they're going to be able to have a conceptual understanding of what that is. They're going to be able to have that conceptual understanding of this is what 1,000 pieces looks like. This is what 100 pieces looks like. That's much bigger. This is much smaller. When I add these small pieces together, they're the same as a big hundreds place. If I add 100 ones together, if I add 10 tens together, it's going to be equal to 100 as well. Having that conceptual understanding of the equality of numbers and the difference of numbers and the size of numbers is very important to improving students' general understanding and number sense. Oftentimes, that conceptual understanding impedes a lot of lessons and it keeps students from learning, and it makes teachers frustrated because they're not exactly sure what they're not understanding about the concept when they've repeated it and other students are picking it up very quickly. Some students don't even require base 10 counters to have a conceptual understanding, but some students do. Some students really need to see there's a difference in size between these numbers and what these place values actually represent in order for them to utilize them effectively.